I had a senior in secondary school that he walks with a limp, right? Like I think one leg is literally longer than one. My God, that guy had swag. Right? In his class, yeah, he probably had like three. But when he was SS2, he probably could date 4 girls at a time. Do you get? So I'm looking back at it now. I'm like, bro, this is like the aura, like the way he carries himself with that thing. Yeah. I know a lot of people were wishing that they probably had one leg longer than one. Just so they could just buy into that aura. And he was unique because there was nobody else in the school that was working with that limb. But I think he has a very strong mentality. Because if he had cowered into, oh man, this thing, he would probably be the worst off in his class. He would be.
Do you remember the first time you realized you wanted to be an artist?
Yeah.
Can you tell me about it?
Music has been a very strong part of me, because I grew up in a very musical household. So I'm the last of 8 children.
Wow, that's big.
So you can guess that I have a lot of siblings. When I wake up in the morning, there's always music playing in the stereo. There's always high life. There's always Igbo music. There's always R&B, Westlife and stuff like that. And then one of my brothers was rapping as well. So he had the whole 50 Cent thing. So I was inspired by what he was doing. So there was an incident where like those times, the fashion they had at those times where they had like the headband, the fubu shirts, and the whole CU. So I see him do his piece. So one time I went to he left and I went and put on his clothes and I was doing shit like that in front of the mirror and he came and caught me and he was so pissed. But like, what are you doing? Stuff like that. But like that's how inspired I was.
Okay.
So like the music has always been there, subconscious, so it's been a strong part of my life. But yeah. The very first time I had a recording was probably in 2013, 2014, around that time. Yeah.
So that's to say your family inspired you to get into music because you were copying from your brother.
Yeah, I can say that. Yes.
Okay, that's really brilliant.
Yeah,
awesome.
I can say that.
Okay. What has been the hardest part starting out as an artist?
Everything about being an artist is hard, to be honest.
Okay.
I would say the most difficult part is obviously funding. Okay. Right, because music is capital intensive. The only part you don't pay for is the idea, is the melody and the lyrics. But when you have to record, make beats, you mix and master, you promote, you shoot content, you do a lot of playlisting. Besides the funding is the major issue that is like, oh, this is the problem here. But aside from that, music, I do not really know. I don't think anything else is really. It's
so where do you draw your inspirations from?
Okay, like my music is not something that comes out of thin air. My music is my life. A lot of the times, I document. Like I do not have a diary, right? I do not have somewhere that I write something about myself. So my music is my diary.
Okay.
The easiest way to get to know me is to listen to my music. That's how I put it.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah.
So, have you ever questioned this path you're on?
Of course, I've questioned it a lot of times.
All right.
I've made a lot of sacrifices for my music in question. I'll tell you one. So my dad actually wanted me to study law. Right, it was law, like he said, oh, it's law. So in my head at the time, I knew that studying law means that I have to take a very professional path. Things have changed now.
Yeah.
But we're talking about like 2014, 2015, 16. Life was a bit stricter then.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm like, if I get to study law, I would have to take a professional path and not chase my dreams or not do what makes me happy. That was my conviction in my head. So I rebelled against that.
Wow.
I did not do that because I felt like, oh, this is going to hamper me in some way. Yeah. Right. So there's been a lot of reasons why I've questioned it, but the passion is undeniable. Okay. Yeah. So nothing just takes, like, it's the passion that drives me.
Yeah. Obviously, looking at you, I can see that you're really passionate about doing music.
Yeah.
I think that's the most beautiful thing, having to chase your passion.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless whether or not it's profitable at the moment, it's more fulfilling than having to do something you're forced into.
Yes.
I'm really proud of the path you've taken.
Thank you.
So since you deviated, or I don't know if it was outright deviation from the law your dad wanted you to study, did you deviate or you still carried along with studying law?
No, I did not end up studying law.
Okay, you did not end up studying law. Did you face any rejection as a result of that action?
I would say we do not we how do I put it? I would say we do not have the best of relationships right now,
Okay.
and it's for a lot of reasons, not just about not studying, all right?
Okay.
Because what I did here when I went to school, right? It's about the music
Yeah.
and balancing music and family. When I went to school, I put the music aside for 4 years in school because I
Okay.
felt like, oh, since I did not give you what you wanted, I have to graduate with something that when you look at it, you wouldn't be too disappointed,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So I put all my effort in studying and I actually made a good grade in school. And it's like when I was done with school, I'm like, okay, now
Can I now?
you get
Can I now
like,
do my thing?
all right, we're done here. So can I get into so stuff like that? Yeah. So that's
O-
literally it.
Okay. Now, so for how long have you been chasing this music after you graduated? How long did you decide now to take it full time? This how long you've been in the game?
Um, um, there's this thing Ashake said one time because I love Ashake so much. I listen to his music.
Ashake.
Yeah, so he said, I just blow, but I know my set.
Yeah.
You get so you know why I'm saying that is because I've actually been recording music as far back as like 2016.
Wow.
Right. So that's how I probably did not even know my left from my right when I started recording music.
That's
Right.
about 9 years ago.
Yes. So, but the very first time I put out music was last year.
Last year.
Yes.
So you have a project right now,
Yeah. I have an EP called Scarface.
Scarface.
Yes, and I've been part of the Asylum Project, which is chaired by Free Smoke. It's like a creative community, one of the pioneers of creative communities in Calabar. Right, they brought a lot of beautiful artists together. And we made that project.
Oh, that's
Right,
good.
and I have a few singles out, and I also have a few projects I'm working on.
All right, that's good. I'm now one of your biggest fans.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.
Music is very demanding, am I right?
Very,
So how
very.
do you balance making music and every other thing life demands from you?
I would say it's not been easy.
Okay.
I've made a couple mistakes. I've learned a couple of harsh lessons as well. So career-wise, I'm a web designer,
Oh,
right?
this guy is a substance.
Career-wise, I'm a web designer,
Yeah.
and I chase music as well. So a lot of the times, it's not easy having to balance tight schedules and making the music. The reason why I spoke about making mistakes is music in some way has affected some of my relationships,
Okay.
right? Because there are times when you just want to make music, but a few people might feel like you should look in a different direction, because like this music way they make, it's just so you could blow it out.
Yeah.
It is a what?
That's common.
Yeah, so it's like for me, a lot of the times I do not really like anything that comes between myself and the music.
Okay.
So there are times when I have to make some tough decisions and stuff like. I look in hindsight, I feel
Yeah.
like I should have handled it a lot better.
Okay.
But I mean,
There's no other way you think. You think there's no other way you could salvage the
no,
situation?
there is. I'm,
Okay.
I'm saying that if I had to take, if I had to take those, if I had to take those decisions again, I probably have taken a different path, right? So it's just learning from. So it's like, oh, I really shouldn't have done this
Yeah.
at this point. So if I have an opportunity to make the same decision, I'll probably take a different path because I've lost a few friends that I feel like I should communicate more.
Yeah.
That's one of my biggest issues. It really did not used to be an issue. I really used to be able to communicate my feelings very well.
Okay.
But it's like just growing older and discovering myself more and just life with all these problems just makes it difficult for me to communicate at times.
I can relate.
And I usually just wish that maybe you probably understand that, oh, I probably cannot say so much right now. And a lot of the times it's not that easy. People want you to talk.
It's not really that easy. You see why I'm
Yeah.
shaking my head. You don't expect people to read your mind, to
Exactly.
assume,
Exactly.
no, we are not mind readers. So I
Exactly.
mean, okay, I see where this is coming from.
Yeah.
Like you said, before you started making your points, you made mention of you should have communicated well.
Exactly.
And like exactly that's the problem.
Exactly.
And you should try to let your people who are concerned about you,
Yeah.
also, I mean, include them and let them understand how you cannot really manage certain things. I mean, if they're for you, they will respect whatever decision you're going to take and they'll be there to support you.
Yeah, true.
So you definitely were not communicating right.
Yes.
I mean, you could start improving on that. I hope you're not doing this thing to your girlfriend. So
That's
yeah,
a conversation.
I know. I'm just trying to tease you around that aspect. Okay, man, nice one. How has music actually shaped you as a person outside the studio?
outside the studio, yeah,
Yeah.
music stimulates me. Music stimulates my thoughts. I am someone that my mind has to be doing something at every point in time. I don't know how to explain it, but
Yeah.
I have to keep my mind occupied. I have to always be evaluating something. I have to be thinking about something. So some of the ways that music helps to keep my thoughts in check is to always generate melodies in my head. It's like I could be on the road and I'm like I probably just see something that interests me and I just come up with a melody in my head,
Okay.
right? And it just keeps me busy. So
That's
it's like
interesting.
something that just goes on inside my head all the time, but it's not. We could be having it like I could just be sitting and you think, oh, this guy is staring, just staring, but
Yeah.
there's a lot going on up there. So for me, music is a stimulant, right?
Yeah.
So aside that, music as a concept, music as the concept of passion, right? It has helped inform my psyche. It has I am someone who is hell bent on. If I'm hell bent on achieving something, I
Yeah.
go for it. That's knowing the journey, knowing where I've come from in my music, knowing the sacrifices, the conscious decisions I've had to make so I can continue making music.
Okay.
I've translated that into my everyday life.
Okay.
So it's like if I'm bent on doing something, you cannot discourage me.
I mean, I like that motive. I like that
Yeah,
mindset.
yeah, yeah.
It's powerful.
If I'm hell bent, if I'm like, okay, I have to do this,
Yeah.
like my friends already know that, okay, if I say I have to do this, they just keep quiet and, okay, just go and make, if you make mistake, you come back to us.
And you know why they try to be like, just go, because they know that you
This,
have this mindset.
yes, there's no
If they
point
try
of,
to get in the way, you're either going to discard them. So instead, they
yeah,
go,
that's, it's
go
like,
do your
go and
thing.
make your
Go.
mistake or go and succeed and come back.
I mean, there's a positive. In fact, there's 80% positive side of having this kind of mindset. If
Yeah.
not, if not 100. That's a great one there.
Thank you, thank
Well
you.
done. Most of the times, you just sit and melody comes.
Yeah.
Can you come up with something right now? Prove it to me. Yeah, prove it.
Okay. I could make music about like we're having a podcast, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm in the studio right now, talking about my life, speaking about my music, and I wish that I had this chance. Sometimes ago, I would have done things better than I did it
Wow.
now. It was like,
I mean, knuckles, man.
it's like it's crazy, but that's
That's
unplanned.
cool.
You just you caught me off guard, so I'm like,
Right.
oh, let me come up with something. But I mean, that's like it's like the music. That's like that's what we do
You
here.
have an amazing voice,
Thank you
man.
very much. Thank you. Thank
I
you.
mean, you really proven yourself. I'm a very strong fan.
Thank you. My pleasure. My pleasure.
Okay, man. Did you ever feel like giving up? I mean, because I know most of the times, there are
Yeah.
times where no matter what we are doing, it gets to a point where we feel overwhelmed, right? So, did you ever get to that point and you felt like, should I reconsider this music?
Oh yeah, of course. But let me set something straight about my friends, right? I
Okay.
think I need to specialize more on that. In regards to losing someone that losing friends or something, it's just centered around someone that I have loved, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like amongst a plethora of issues,
Yeah.
relationships can be very overwhelming, right? But
Exactly.
amongst some of the issues, I feel like music contributed to some of the strain that we had, right? So around that period that these things happen, yeah, I felt overwhelmed. I felt like, why am I even doing this? You get, I've asked myself questions. Is it even worth it? Is it really? Is the music worth it? You get like I could just wake up one day and just move on like nothing happened. After all, not a lot of people have heard the music, so
Wow.
it's not like anybody. It's like you always being in your house, like you being a hermit. You're always in your house, and then you probably die off one day. Nobody will know that you're.
I mean,
So I feel like that most
yeah,
times,
it's a
right?
sad part. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's kind of a little bit funny.
Yeah, but that's what it is. In my
Yeah.
head, I'm like, a lot of it's like I'm not even very popular. All right, so I can say that categorically, the only reason why I'm making music is the passion. It's not
Okay.
because the music is so in demand or
Yeah.
anything. So it's even easy to quit at any time, and it's not like you walk out on a very profiting career, something like that, right? I don't
Yeah.
know if you get what I'm saying.
I
So
get.
when you're making conscious decisions for a career that to an outsider, okay, we know you're talented, of course.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's no clouds to your career, sir.
I get.
Nobody can understand it
Yeah.
because it's one of the many
I
sciences.
mean, please don't have the thought of wanting to quit your passion.
Oh no, 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 no,
Okay, fine. So if
no.
I understand all that you've said, it's passion that kept you going.
Yeah, and it still keeps me.
Oh,
If I were to quit the career, I'd have probably done that
Right.
like 5 years ago.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's
And the thing about music, I was listening to Tiwa Savage the other day, right? And she said she released her first single, she released her first body of work at 30. Right? She was 30 years old when she released her first ever body of work. You know how crazy? I'm not even 30 yet.
Yeah, I get
You get, so it's like I have a lifetime to make music.
Of course.
So I cannot quit on it.
Yeah.
Like even if I have kids, right? Even if I have kids, anything, I'll definitely still be making music.
That's good.
That's how important it is for me.
Yeah, I like that.
Thank you.
Keep going and keep trying.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. If you could send one message to people out there
Yeah.
through your music, what would it be?
Um, don't give up.
Don't give up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most importantly, don't give up. And don't give up is just it's like a sentence.
Summary.
Yeah, it's a summary. But inside the don't give up, there's self-confidence. There's having confidence. There's having a delusional like amount of self-confidence. You know,
Yeah.
when everybody around you feels like everybody around you does not believe in what you're doing,
Yeah.
you owe yourself the confidence to believe in yourself at that moment.
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of the times I try to use my music to pass that message. I have a song I put out last year. It's titled Logo, right? Ologo.
Okay.
So that's a Yoruba word. It means child of glory. As at the time I put out that song, I had hit rock bottom. You know, like I'm not, depression is off. Like the people, I know people talk about being depressed. I always use the word carelessly, right? But after my experience with depression and even being suicidal at some point, around the same time last year, I do not use the word depression sparingly. You know, right?
I get it.
Why I say this because I have encountered it,
Yeah.
right? I have been at the point when I'm like, oh man, come on now. What are we doing here? Let me just go, let everybody have peace, you know?
I understand.
So it's in one of those moments that I wrote the song.
Yeah.
And the chorus is like, I believe in me now, Omo Logo, K1, no be I will see, I go tension you. It's like, even if nobody believes, I believe in myself.
Yeah.
Right? So that's like the message I would love to pass in my music.
Yeah, please. And keep passing positive message to
Of
the
course,
society.
of course, of
I
course.
mean, currently today, I don't understand a lot of music out there. We don't get the message. It's all about bomb bomb this and bomb bomb
Yeah, there's a
that.
side to it. There's a side to it actually.
Okay.
There's a side to it.
Okay.
It's like on Twitter, for example. If you're on Twitter or X,
Yeah.
Nigerian Twitter, you can tweet for 10 years about geopolitics, tweet about tweet,
know where you're going
you
with this.
understand?
Okay.
You are so passing messages every day. You're averaging 2, 3 likes.
Until you go
But
controversial.
one day you're like, if you buy a car, who should sit in front of this car? Your mother or your girlfriend?
Okay.
If you make such a post on X, engagement is coming from like, or you say Igbo or Yoruba, who is, you know, it transcends to the music. You could make, I have a shit ton of inspirational music in my drive that I know that if I put out today, a few of my core listeners will be like, okay, he's passing a message. But I know what to write to get a lot of people to. I'm like, baby girl, oh, they enter my eye, people are like,
I know.
you know, it's crazy.
So what side do you want to pick? Do you want to pick having to pass positive messages out there?
Yeah.
Or you want to follow the controversial aspect where you're just saying something against the society just because it's going to benefit you by having engagement and going viral? Where do you want to stand?
I've been on both ends of the spectrum, right? I've been in both worlds.
Okay.
So for me, it's like how do I put it? It's like a mood thing, right? I could be in the state of mind where I want to pass a message, right? I'm going to create a body of music that passes that message. And if I want to pass a message of like hope, I could record 3 songs that pass that message, right? And if I'm in the mood that I just want to make music for maybe yeah, you know, like I could just make stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right. You know, it's good to have that balance, right?
Yeah,
Especially when you're not funded as an artist. You know what it does is it gives you access to both communities.
Okay.
If somebody wants to listen to your music that passes the message, it's there, right? If somebody wants to listen to frivolous music that makes no sense, it's still there.
Okay.
Right? For me, so I just want to be that guy that has tentacles everywhere.
Yeah.
If you come to my catalog, it's like a full course meal, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, I can write beautiful music. Matter of fact, I have a music out on my catalog called Hallelujah. I don't know if you've heard it. If you listen to it,
I'm going to do that right
yeah,
away.
if you listen to it, it is literally it is literally gospel music. Do you get? It's literally gospel. Like wake up in the morning, man, I give a little prayer, go down on my knees and give Jah praise. I still have music that is stainless. Girl, you know my love is stainless. You get what I'm saying? So it's like both ends of the spectrum.
Okay. I appreciate the fact that you're having a balance
Yeah,
in these different worlds. So I'm supporting you more and more because of that.
yeah,
If you
thank
had
you.
tried to make me feel like you're just going to do anything because that's going to give you maybe more opportunities, or that
No,
would have
no.
been more selfish, and you depriving the society of useful information,
Yeah.
at least I would have withdrew my standing. But now I double down on supporting you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank
Okay,
you.
man. Where do you actually see yourself in the next 5 years as an artist?
Well, that's hard
All right.
because I carry everything along. I
That's
carry my career as a designer, I carry my career as an artist, I carry it along, right? So I actually am building a startup, a digital startup
okay.
right now. It's like an Uber, but for people looking for homes and houses to rent. Like you can stay
Okay.
in your,
Yeah.
you can literally stay in the comfort of your home and book houses and probably pay the rent before moving in, stuff like
Yeah.
that. That's what I'm working on.
It's
So
like Airbnb.
yeah, type of thing. So in the next 5 years, I see myself as a successful
Entrepreneur.
entrepreneur who's also an artist. Yeah, the artist I see myself in the most is Mr. Easy.
I was going to mention you're
Exactly.
moving like Mr. Easy right
Exactly.
now.
Exactly.
I was going
Exactly.
to say
So,
that. I was just waiting for you to drop.
so I look at him every day. I take so much inspiration from him.
Well, that's
You
amazing.
get, if you look at Mr. Easy, he has at this point he literally has everything.
Yeah.
He has everything that you literally want to achieve, right? But he still makes music.
Yeah.
And there was one time he said that he had a wedding and people were commenting about the wedding, and he just jokingly said, "You think it's the music that paid for this wedding?" Of course
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. I think I saw that. Was it a tweet?
Yeah, it was a tweet. Yeah, he tweets saying that music paid this bill. Of course not, but he's making the music because he loves
Yeah.
it. So getting married obviously wouldn't stop him from making the music,
Yeah.
of course. So and he still has businesses that pays him millions. So I see myself a lot in that.
Wow.
So in the next 5 years, I see myself as a successful digital founder who also makes music for the fun of it. I don't even care if my music goes viral
No,
or
we
not.
have to care. We have to care. Okay. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
that's really interesting, and that's a very big dream.
thank
I
you.
mean, you're really an ambitious
Super,
person.
super ambitious, super
So
ambitious,
I can
super
see that the
ambitious.
sky is obviously your limit.
The sky will even
I mean, go break
will
out,
cross the sky.
What do you think people misunderstand about an artist who's coming up?
There's a stereotype people have about artists. If you like, oh, that artist is like, oh, this is maybe rejects in society, people that just smoke go and do not have a future.
They don't take
Eh,
you
they don't
seriously.
take you seriously.
Yeah,
It may be, there's a very dangerous stereotype, I think,
yeah.
about music. But, or they're not even educated people and stuff like that. But myself, um, I look at myself and first of all, I'm a graduate, right? I'm not just a graduate, I'm a first class graduate of history and international relations,
Oh,
right?
you didn't mention this part.
You get it. So aside from that, I make music and I also have a skill that puts food on my table.
Okay.
So I do not fit that stereotype. So but I have experienced some of it, earlier growing. And there's something about music. You grow into the music. Like for me, I had one challenge music wise. I make prior to now, the reason why I put out my first music in 2024 when I'm recording since 2016
Yeah.
is that I make amazing music and I do not look the part.
Okay.
Do you get it? You probably it's a problem, right? You could make amazing music and then when you look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, okay, I do not look like this. I don't know how to put it, but it's a struggle that a lot of music creatives relate
Okay.
to. So I kept on making amazing music, but I couldn't put them out in my head, right? So the Hallelujah song, for example,
Yeah.
I recorded that song in 2017 or 2018, and I put it out in 2024 or late 2023, and people enjoyed it so much. Nobody even knew that song is like 6 years or like 7 years ago,
Yeah.
right? So that's digressing, yeah. But I'm just saying that you grow into the music. So there might be times when you do not really understand yourself and you're frivolous with it. Maybe you could just live in a way that fits into these stereotypes.
Yeah.
But I feel like the older you get, the wiser you get in every aspect of life, right? So I know how to carry myself. I know how to carry myself as an artist. And not fit into any stereotype. My mom knows I make music. My siblings know I make music,
Yeah.
and so far so good. I do not think that they are not proud of me.
Right.
So I know that there are stereotypes,
Yeah.
and I cannot relate sadly because I don't know. I feel like I do not fit in.
Yeah, and obviously I can confirm that the way you talk, you don't actually fit the stereotype you're trying to paint, the picture you're trying to paint that we already know.
Yeah,
You don't actually fit that. So now let's go back to that part where we digressed into
yeah,
where you kind of like having self-doubt, where you made a project, right? Okay, you recorded a song, you refused to put it out. Are
yeah.
you trying to doubt your ability or doubt the work?
Of I wasn't trying to doubt my ability. I was doubting my ability
Okay.
consistently. I was consistently doubting not my ability,
Yeah.
but I was doubting my persona. Right? It's
Yeah.
you make music and then as an artist you cannot you have to it's visual. There's a lot of visuals involved in being an artist.
Yeah.
People have to perceive you
A certain
a
way.
certain way to make music. So for me, I made a lot of amazing songs. Some of them I've lost them, but then I always felt like something was missing.
Okay.
I cannot explain it. I always felt like when I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh my god, maybe I should just even give this song to somebody else. It's crazy. So self-discovery for me is
Okay.
moving from that phase and knowing that that's a very dangerous way to think about myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, when I started interacting more with people, and I realized that I don't even look at funny story, I don't even look bad. Oh.
Okay.
Do you get it's
Yeah.
like even like my interaction with like women, like getting to interact, it's like it's easy. I have a very easy relationship with women and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, actually, you find me attractive. That means in my head, oh, this
Yeah.
was just me all along. Oh.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get a lot of work. I put in a lot of work into myself.
Yeah.
Um, the self discovery, discovering that, convincing myself that I have to be confident regardless. I mean, there are artists. There's this guy that was popping one time. He had issues with his eye,
Okay.
right? He had issues with his eye, and he was putting out amazing music. Matter of fact, he even made his music. People appreciate his music the more.
Yeah.
I've seen people on wheelchair. I've seen people that are fat. I've seen people that are handicapped making
Yeah.
music, and people appreciate it. And then there's me,
Hale and hearty.
and I'm still feeling. I felt looking back. If I could change something about my music, right, it'd have been working on myself a lot earlier, right, putting out the music when I ought to have put it out. But then here's what it does. What it does is, if I was putting out music probably from 2016,
Yeah.
like right now, I'll probably be an old taker. The something called oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like,
Okay.
Papa, you don't dey give us music since 2016.
Yeah.
You don't be old taker now.
I see.
You get what I'm saying?
Of course, I understand where you're going.
Papa, you be old taker now. You go rest to make
Okay.
make young give us music. Rest, Papa.
I get.
You get, but my music is new music
Yeah,
now.
I understand. And there's this saying that in pidgin,
Yeah.
now when you wake up,
Name your morning.
thank you.
Go. That time when you open eyes, say, good morning, then you wake.
Yeah.
So right now, my music is new music.
Okay.
So
I
like,
don't know why I'm laughing.
do you get? So like that's the positive. That's what I take out of not putting that music all this while. Do you get? So it's like, Papa, we know you now. You dey give up 2016 now. No be you. You dey download your music for not just okay.
There you go.
It's crazy.
I didn't know you were also a comedian.
Of course. Yeah, we know you, Papa. Rest.
Yeah.
So now when I'm talking to like the Asylum Project, for example,
Yeah.
amazing body of work. You listen to it and you the songs you like, I'm not even on it. That's to show you how beautiful the project is.
Wow.
You get, I'm not even on any of the songs you like, but a lot of very good artists came together to put that project up. And my self discovery and me putting out music, the story is incomplete without Free Smoke,
Free.
Free Smoke Network, right? You probably not heard about them.
No.
My music journey is incomplete without them, right? Because my friends, they are my friends, they're my brothers at this point. So Sosa,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like
Please give them a shout out.
yeah, shout out to Sosa, my God. Shout out to Sosa, shout out to Free Smoke, shout out to NS, shout out to everybody at Free Smoke. Um like this. I don't want to say this. We have a lot of balances that I don't want to bring into this, but shout out to you guys. You've been very amazing and very important to my music career. Yeah, so but you know why I'm laughing here? It's because when they get to see this,
Yeah.
especially the shout out part, we're definitely going to laugh because they know a lot of the things I want to say that I do not want that I'm not saying.
Okay.
It's crazy, yeah.
How would you actually tell other people who have self doubt? Thank
Oh,
you.
you're not alone
Okay.
in this, right? It's not there's nothing wrong with you.
Okay.
First, most importantly, there's nothing wrong with you. You are fine. You are okay. The way you are okay in being who you are, and the strength. You cannot change who you are, right? You cannot change. You cannot just wake up today and be somebody else. So the strength and the uniqueness comes in you accepting who you are and functioning properly in who you are. You know what that means is, oh, one of my legs long past one, oh,
Yeah.
you go to waka like that and you add your steez to it, and just that just makes you unique.
Wow, you
Do you
just said
get?
something interesting.
You get? So it's like
Yeah.
a lot of people do not know somebody who works with that limp and adds swag to it.
Okay.
So just be yourself. You get? That's
Yeah.
you're not alone in it, and you have to own up and live your life like in the situation you find yourself. You know. So that's
That's a beautiful piece of advice.
thank
Just
you,
said
thank you.
something
Me, you
like,
said it.
no matter the condition, no matter your insecurity, be comfortable with it,
Yes.
live with it,
Live with it.
enjoy it, and act smart to it.
Add like major swag,
Please.
major steez.
Okay.
I had a senior in secondary school
Yeah.
that he works with a limb, right? Like I think one leg is literally
Yeah.
longer than one. My God, that guy had swag. In his class, yeah, he probably had like three. But when he was SS2, he probably could date four girls at a time. Do you get? So it, and looking back at it now, I'm like, bro, this is like the aura, like the way he carries himself with that thing. Yeah,
Yes.
I know a lot of people were wishing that they probably had one leg longer than one. Just so they could just buy into that aura. And he was unique because there was nobody else in the school that was working with that limb. But I think he has a very strong mentality because if he had cowered into, oh man, this thing, he would probably be the worst off in his class. He will be picked on, made, like
Made fun of.
boarding school, boarding house is very,
shaming and
yeah, it's one of the worst places you can grow up with, like low self-esteem, So that's it.
that's an amazing one.
Thank you.
I've picked something from that. Do you think talent is enough, or success to music take more than just talent?
Oh, it definitely takes more than talent.
Okay, I'd like to know.
It
Just
definitely takes more than talent. Um it takes talent. It takes. I even feel like consistency is more important than talent.
okay.
Yeah, because you might be good. Yeah, I know a lot of amazing artists that your music is good. We know your music is good, but even I even have. I'm speaking because that's also one area that I know that I have work to do. Right, being consistent with putting out music. If you are consistent enough, you might one day stumble on an opportunity that could change your life. Right, even if you make shitty music, there have been people that have hit stardom with random ass music. Like there was this song one corner, one corner.
Yeah.
Come on now, what are we doing? one, one corner was an African hit song.
Yeah.
It was popular like nationwide and stuff like that. So if that nigga wasn't I mean, he embodies everything we've spoken about. He embodies the confidence, he embodies the consistency, and that's not the most composed song out there. Do you get?
Yeah.
So it takes consistency, it takes grace, it takes funding.
Okay.
Let's just keep out that part because Nigeria today is a capitalist country. It's capital intensive, right? So it takes a lot of investment, it takes consistency, it takes grace, and it takes a bit of talent too.
Okay.
So I think talent is definitely not enough.
Okay. That's nice.
Yeah, because people listen to your song, they're like, Baba, you bad. He ends there. Because he just
Consistency and hard work.
yeah.
What has been the hardest sacrifice you've made for your music?
Um, it would probably be, I've spoken about it earlier. It's probably not studying law. I'll bring you back again
Oh yeah.
because I don't think my dad took it very well. It is a situation that is still there. It's not 100% resolved.
Wow. I
Do you
mean,
get?
this is really an issue then.
Yes. It is not 100%, and I did not think too much about it. Why I did not think too much about it is because I can still make music. But then looking at it as an adult, yeah, it hits hard because I probably could have still studied law and made music. If I had the opportunity now, I probably would have studied law because I know that I can still make music.
Okay.
But way back at the time,
Yeah.
with exuberance,
I know, I get.
you get.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, nah, I cannot be a lawyer and be a musician. The people say Files, I'm like, oh, Files is from a rich home, he can do anything he wants to do.
Yeah.
But I know that in 2025, I know that I could have probably studied law then and still been an artist. So for me, that's the biggest sacrifice. There's a lot I've made, like even not relocating from Calabar, for example. Not relocating from Calabar. Like I said, I'm a web designer. There isn't much opportunities for web designers in Calabar.
Yeah.
But I have a music community in Calabar, for example, that supports me and pushes my music, and we a lot of that. So some of the reasons why I probably have not relocated yet is because I still enjoy that comfort. And let's not even get started on how capital intensive it is to live in
Yeah.
Lagos, for example. Like they do in those old movies that Mr. Wu just wake up one day, carry his Ghana must go.
Yeah. Get enter Lagos.
Then the
and
next thing is coming back
next
with a
month.
car. You can't try that at 25, my bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You go first sleep for under bridge.
Your mind said, "Good day."
You go, I left on to Fido. You go call home, make home send you Gary. Carry the play.
Very good. Yeah, that's right. Everything requires proper planning too.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
you need to be prepared to face what's out there.
yeah.
At the same time, don't you think you're getting too comfortable in your comfort zone?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I definitely will make like I said, I am not someone who's afraid of taking risks, especially if it's calculated risk that I know it's important.
Okay.
I'm probably just delaying some of my moves because some things are not 100% ready for me to make some moves yet.
Okay.
The moment I get the green light from some of the things I'm looking up to, if I have to move out, I'll move out. If I have to start all over in a new city that affords me more opportunity to grow as a web designer, I'll definitely do that.
Okay.
Right? But I probably could have just said, make I carry my bag, they go. You get so yeah.
Okay. That's cool. If you could talk to your younger self about starting music, what would you say?
Man. If I could talk to my younger self, I would have said, collaborate more. Do not do not go and hide somewhere, record music and just make music alone and then go and hide and listen to it and move on like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Right. So collaborate more, put yourself out more.
Yeah.
You get interact with people, communities, build relationships. Those are some of the things that I did not do properly growing up. But I was a major introvert. I did not even really care about anybody else. I just wanted to make music and run to my room and lock the door and
I get.
stuff like that. So I would, if I could say anything to my younger self, it would be interact more and collaborate more.
Okay. Okay. That's nice. If you had the opportunity to send a voice note to the government, I mean, look at the economy. What would you
Yeah.
say?
Right now, we've had the opportunity to send a voice note to the government. Trust me, it wouldn't be about music.
Yeah, no, this is not about music. This is you having to,
Yeah.
be a voice.
All right. So there's a housing crisis in Nigeria. 70% of first of all, the minimum wage is 70,000. The average house rent in Nigeria is almost 400,000 for a self-con. That's way above the purchasing power of the average Nigerian. So I saw a statistic recently that 95% of Nigerians do not have up to 500,000 in their account.
Yeah.
So if the house rent is 350 for a year, that's probably excluding agents, charges, and stuff like that. It means that there is a housing crisis in the country. So if I have to send a voice note to the government, I would say look out for young entrepreneurs who are making efforts to come up with digital solutions to tackle these issues, right? And I, for one, I have an assertion that in 5 years' time, the digital housing industry will rival the fintech industry in Nigeria.
Okay.
You know why? Because um, there's an open market now. People are looking for homes sporadically,
Yeah.
right? And if you offer people an opportunity to rent homes with fewer charges, right? If you can slash the fee from 350 to 280, what that means is more people will be able to afford it,
Yeah.
right? So, like I said, the name of my startup is Landa. The major issue we face is funding,
Okay.
right? So, if I could send a voice note to the government once again, I'll tell them with an open chest that if you invest in Landa,
Yeah.
in the next 3 years,
Yeah.
we are going to have combated the housing crisis in Nigeria by 60%.
That's amazing.
Of course. So I mean, I wouldn't even. I go if I have to say, they wouldn't even know I'm an artist. And when I don't make money from land, I would just go hide drop album.
Maybe like
Yeah.
I like the fact that you're very, very much business minded.
Oh, I am. I am. I'm an Igbo man, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's
I do not joke with my money.
okay. That's true. That's
Thank
true.
you.
Okay. And I hope they'll receive the message and give it the consideration.
Oh yeah, they have to do. And also, if you are um an open-minded person out there, an investor, you're looking to invest, looking to see where you can fix in your money, just come to Landa. You
Landa.
get
So we'll talk more about Landa
yeah.
after now.
Hmm.
Okay. And meanwhile, so what do you have going on as regards to music?
Oh yeah, I have a project that is going to drop on my birthday, right? Which is probably like on Monday.
Okay, a few days from now.
Yeah. So um the project is centered around love, right?
Okay.
I know people sing about love every time. People sing about love, but I feel like the difference between mine and every music out there is it is a representation of my experiences. So I have this project that is 3 songs, and these 3 songs seeks to break down the timeline of love. You know, when you get in love first, you're so happy about it. You and your girlfriend, it feels like this is the next best thing
Yeah, the
after Gary and
butterflies
soup.
is there.
The butterflies, you cough, you cough butterfly, right?
Right.
And then you people get to the stage where you hit like rock bottom.
Yeah.
You get like you people are irreconcilable.
It start getting real. That's when
Shit
the
start
relationship.
getting real.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
understand? And then you people probably 90% of the time get to the point where people have to break up.
yeah.
And then you have to start giving reasons why this did not work out. Yeah, and then you now, for some people, you get to the point where you're like, you know what? I'm no longer doing this love shit. I'm in the streets now full time.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get so
This is very relatable.
exactly. So I have 3 songs that actually, in that order,
Yeah.
document these experiences. So that's what's coming next.
Okay, okay, that's great. What's the name of the project?
Trust me, I have not thought of an appropriate title for it.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Oh, you have it ready now.
I have it ready, but I'm like, I need to look for a name that suits these 3 experiences properly in such a way that if you see the project, you know this is what it's about.
Okay.
And I don't want to sound generic.
Okay.
So I'll probably come up with a name sometime.
Yeah. Give it some time.
Yeah.
That's nice. It was amazing talking to you. I enjoyed the
Oh,
whole conversation.
I did
You're
too.
not just a web designer. You're
Nope.
not just a graduate. What did you study again?
History.
History.
Yeah.
You're also a comedian. You can add that to your portfolio, man.
Of course, people say that. People say that a lot of the times. People say that a lot of the times. And I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
craziest
I
thing.
mean,
I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to communicate my ideas, but a lot of the time it just sounds very
I mean, at
ridiculous.
some point, even when you're trying to be emotional, it was funny to me. I was just laughing. I'm like, what is going on? I'm not supposed to be laughing.
Yeah. Now, like, I tell you something. Yeah. Before we probably conclude or something,
Yeah.
that's a problem. Do you get?
Okay.
It's a problem because I probably do not know how to manage emotions properly
Yeah.
because something crazy might happen. There was one time that I lost my job. I lost my job. I literally did not have any source of income. I was crashing out. I was panicking. I was anxious. I was worried. I was sad. And I called my sister and I was laughing. I'm like, oh, more, I don't die. So my sister was laughing as well. But this is not something I should be laughing about. Do you get like I should be sad. I should be
Yeah.
like, what?
Emotional.
It's like that's just who I am, you know. It's,
Yeah. I get it.
So then again, it means that I feel like I become difficult to understand. Do you get?
Yeah.
Because I probably could be laughing, but like
You're
I'm
going
telling you
through
something
something.
serious that you
Yeah.
probably ignore. a couple of times that in my head I'm like, oh, okay, this is a problem, and I probably cut ties with you.
Yeah.
You guess it's crazy.
I now understand. I can actually understand it clearly well because sometimes you communicate something that's supposed to be serious, but you're not adding a lot of emotions for the other person to
Exactly.
know how serious the
Exactly.
problem is.
Exactly.
Now they didn't give you the reaction you expected. You're expecting they should take this thing seriously.
Yeah.
But you, on the other hand, did not communicate it as something that serious. I mean, this is the problem.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because I remember at the course of our conversation, you were emotional. I knew that point. What you were trying to say was actually something very emotional. But I was just laughing. In my head, I was trying to even be like, man, why are you doing this? We're not supposed to be laughing. But at the same time, we were just okay.
Yeah, that's like I get that's I understand
Yeah.
properly. Yeah.
And I'm sure, please, and I hope whatever I had done there, maybe laughed to your emotional story.
No,
It's not my fault.
I get it all the time, so I'm not even like it's not new. You get like I'm like okay, this happens now. Every market this happens now. So I could be telling you like, my bro, I lost my job, and you're like you're like you're looking at my face, and my face is funny.
This is the Tribe Network podcast. Until next time, keep thriving, keep moving.
Yeah, and I had an amazing time as well. I actually this is the first time how do I put it? I've always wanted to talk about myself. I've always wanted to give people an insight into who I am. I'm not just one random nigga posting things on Instagram. Yeah, I am actually a very interesting personality, and I wanted
Obviously.
people to I wanted people, I wanted people to experience that as well. So I appreciate the platform Tribe Network, and shout out to Samuel Lion as well.
Okay.
My bro is consistent. You know, he like I'll say this as I'm rounding up here. I was in my house thinking of how I could get to do what we are doing now. But Samuel and I had conversations about this months earlier. So, and just the day when I was like, oh man, I wish I could have this opportunity. I just saw his message on WhatsApp, and he was like, my bro, remember the conversation in my head? I'm like, bro, you are literally right on time. So, once again, I appreciate Tribe Network for the platform to talk about my music, my life, and everything going on with me. And shout out to Free Smoke. Shout out to every creative out there. You're making music, you're a content creator, you're doing what you're a comedy, whatsoever. You are fooling yourself on social media to do what you have to do, enjoy yourself, and try as much as possible to stay happy.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wonderful energy, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Alright.
Thank you.